Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Fender Custom Shop 63 Journeyman Relic Jaguar and the new 2022 60th Anniversary Jaguar, figuring out if this thing is really worth nearly double the price of the production model. And I realize most people that click videos like this are interested only in the sounds, but real quick before we get into those, I got two things I want to clarify. First of all, yes, this guitar has been modified already. I got rid of the tortoise shell pickguard, not a big fan whatsoever. Went with the perloid, I feel like it matches the guitar a lot better. This guitar also has a mastery bridge on it, so it's not entirely in its stock form. The second thing is, I personally want to talk more about the feel and the build quality differences, but again, I know most people just want to hear the guitars, so I'll shut up, we can listen. So tonally, both of these guitars do sound great, and I just want to make a point of saying there are a few things that are going to contribute to the tone being a little bit different, and perhaps in this video, the blue one might sound a little bit better to some people, and I think I might know the reason for that. This guitar has brand new set of strings on it, so it's got extra chime to it, whereas this guy, the strings aren't bad on the Custom Shop. About a month and a half old, but I play this guitar on a regular basis, so maybe that kind of newness might have something to do with it. But even more so than that, I think it's the fact that these are a lot more mellow of pickups. They're a little bit more lower output than kind of the modern stuff that Fender has put out. And despite the fact that Fender says on the 60th Anniversary Jaguar that these are 60th Anniversary Jaguar voiced pickups for this model, they are not. I reached out to Fender today because I saw that it had the 65 pickups on it, and we came to the conclusion that yes, these are the same exact pickups that came on the American Vintage 65 Jaguars that were available from 2012 to 2018. So they're good quality pickups, but they're not specially voiced for this guitar. Now, the next thing I want to touch on is the playability of both of these instruments. This guitar plays better. There's just no other way around it. But that's not to say the 60th anniversary is that far behind of it. Really, it comes down to just how the fretwork feels and just the overall package of this guitar as a whole. And when we're talking about that, here's something that I found very surprising. The blue one weighs a ½ pound less than the Custom Shop. However, when I'm playing the two, this guitar feels lighter, and I think it has to do with optimal weight distribution. It's just like in a quality car. Obviously, you're looking for a 50-50 split. You might not want exactly a 50-50 split when it comes to a guitar just because of the design of the instrument itself, but this guitar feels way more balanced than the production guitar does. And even though I said the Custom Shop is definitely a more balanced instrument, that's not to say this feels awkward. This does remind me a lot of my American Vintage 65 Jazzmaster in that sense. I'd be very, very intrigued to play a Custom Shop Jazzmaster and see if it's kind of the same thing, and maybe that's one of the little hidden secrets between those and the production models. But that being said, the other thing I mentioned that was kind of a noticeable difference, if only just so slightly, and the diminishing returns coming into play here, it's the fretwork on it. It's just not up to Custom Shop level, but you know, it's not getting as many man hours put into it. So if you were to take this guitar, even if you paid the full $2,500 new for it, you could go and get the guitar plecked, have the fret edges really smoothed out. You're still coming in at a fraction of the cost, and the rest of the instrument, it really doesn't need anything. The changes that I made were mostly cosmetic on this guitar for something that, you know, I would just personally like a little bit more. You get this thing plecked, which is something I'm considering doing and having it really, really kind of fine-tuned. I don't think that there's a whole lot else in it. So the bottom line here is, yes, I can absolutely feel the difference between these two guitars, but no, I don't think if you're paying sticker price for either one that the Custom Shop warrants the higher price. But then again, value is in the eye of the beholder. The one thing that you do love about the Custom Shop, colors that are not normally available, like this beautiful faded Fiesta Red, which is also like a Tahitian coral. Fantastic color. When you're going for production, you're kind of limited on that. Also, neck profiles, you can get a lot more specific. Find something you really like, but it's just going to cost you. And at that point, you start kicking around the tires of building your own guitar, and that's a whole nother can of worms. So now I'd like to hear from you guys. Would you rather spend the $2,500 on a brand new one and watch it age naturally with you over time? Maybe throw a few bucks into either higher end pickups if that's your kind of thing, or just taking it to a plec machine or something like that to really have this thing kind of finished off and fine-tuned? Or do you think it's a better idea to buy one of these guys? You don't have to put a single other dollar into it. It is a monster as is, albeit the fact that the majority of them are pre-relic. So if you're somebody who is really anti-relic, you're not going to have the easiest time, especially with the offsets, finding new old stocks of those. I look forward to reading your guys' comments. Thanks for checking out these videos. I love just communicating with you guys. I love reading your comments, love having fun, taking my mind off of all the crazy stuff going on in this world. So like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow for another guitar-related video. Take it easy, you guys.